Hey everybody, welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast. As usual, this is just a conversation between me and my viewers. If you've got questions for me, if you've got a topic you'd like to hear my opinion on, or if you disagree with something I've said and you want to come in and challenge me, feel free to do so. Come on in and spank the yank. I welcome it. Just get your stuff working so that you can actually do it. But like I said, just a conversation here. You don't have to talk to me if you don't want to. You can talk amongst yourselves over there in the live chat. That's what it's there for. It's for like a little community. You can come feel involved and, talk with people that share common interests with you, maybe some same opinions politically, etc. Or, maybe they have differences and y'all can discuss them. That's always good too. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves or talk to me, whether it's to ask me questions or call me out if you disagree with me. We can even make a video of you coming in and talking to me in person if you'd like to. Before we get started here, I always like to read. Well, I like to start off with orders for people who supported TYMP. We haven't had any of those in a couple of days. We haven't got any new Subscribe Star members or patrons. In fact, we lost some, so I don't got to read those. That saves us a little time. I would rather be welcoming new members, but it does save us time. Got to look at the upside. Also, remember, if you are someone who wants to support the channel I forgot to take this chat off. If you want to become a patron, you want to become a Subscribe Star member, you want to buy merchandise, whatever, feel free to go over to TYMPpistolproject.com and you can go over there and become a member. You can buy merchandise. There's links there to go to my webpage to buy merchandise and then all kinds of things. You can do everything from there, including register to be a recipient of TYMP Pistol Project. We've got Jim back here. Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey, got you, man.
All right, everybody. So, Dave, for everybody, hold on here for a second. For everybody who's watching this now, if you're watching the live chat, I'm going to be editing out the next segment and turning it into a Spank the Yank segment. So when we come back here in a second, that'll already be over with, but it will be posted live today. So if you look for it, come on. But right now we're going to do an episode of Spank the Yank. All right, everybody, welcome back. If you are interested in our little Slap the Yank segment, keep your eyes open for it later today, but let's get back to the chat for now. Let's see if we got any questions coming in. We got Casey Two Gun says, best Slap the Yank ever. I don't know. We've had some pretty heated Spank the Yanks. That was a very kind of mild one. But let's get over here and see if there's any questions coming in. I got to find my PayPal so I can open it up because I got distracted there and it closed. All right. Oh, someone got on me for saying too much last night. I had such a headache yesterday. Felt like my head was exploding. So I said a lot. Jacoby chimed in over here, said, I've been watching some of your videos from back when it was the golden age of gun YouTube. Is 357 out of any barrel length better than 9 plus P plus 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 plus? Yeah. Yes. The answer is a very simple yes. Let's see. Let's get over here, see if there's any questions coming in. Remember, pay tithe to Phil, you Philistines out there that don't follow the rules but try to pretend like you're good Philistines. Let's see. What is today's date? The 10th. All right. We got Dale Rickety chiming in here. And he said, I'm about out of soda already. That's not what he said. That's what I just said. He said, all hail Phil. And he got an entry into the Silver Bullet drawing. And by the way, if you're someone who's interested in how you get an entry in the Silver Bullet drawing, all you got to do is come to a live chat, do a super chat, $5 or more, and you get an entry for every $5. And every month on the 5th, we announce the winner for the previous month. And you get to choose which make of Silver Bullet and which caliber of Silver Bullet you want from Minuteman Ammo, actual live functioning silver bullets. And these ain't cheap. These are like $160 each. So you're getting quite a gift there. Some people, however, though, I haven't heard back from him, though. He told he wanted the money to go to the pets and vets. And I said I wanted to make sure he knew what he was doing because he's leaving himself open to werewolf attack, Edgar Cortez. So I need to hear from him first on his win. But let's get back over here to Officer Tater Hater did his $2 tithe to Phil and says, I sent you emails. These perps need a jail cell with Bubba and that anaconda. I saw several of them you sent, like the old man, the blind man they beat up, and yeah, that's common. It's not not even shocking anymore when you hear of police abusing people. It's just common now. John Heasley paid his $2 tithe to Phil. Excuse me, and said, "Did you send the leather tray?" I haven't. My son has it in his car, and he's supposed to mail them. But with the snow and ice, he hasn't done it this week. But he's supposed to. He might have done it today because I said something to him about it yesterday that they were still in the back of his car. So he may have dropped them off today on his way to work. So they might be in the mail right now. They did get packed up, labeled, and everything. So I will make sure tonight that he dropped those off. And it does have your gold pin in it. You can hear it rattling when you shake a box. Paul Bidenbach also paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, "Hail Phil! I like the P2000 SK2." Yes, I do. Or also, so in case people don't think I'm saying another number there. Yes, those are very nice guns. I'm a big fan. I can't believe I didn't think of the P99 AS. That is an amazing gun. Now, it's striker fired, so I'd probably still put the PX4 Storm above it. But as far as striker fired guns go, that's like the best striker fired gun because it's kind of like a double action, single action striker fired gun. Because you can cock it, chamber it, get it ready to go, push that button, it releases the firing pin to where the next time you pull the trigger, it's a hard pull because you got to cock the firing pin back and then release it. And then it locks back after every subsequent pull. So it's single action. But that's a very cool gun. I can't believe I did not come up with that one. Looks like we're already out of comments, which is, I guess, okay, since we went kind of long with the spank the yank thing. But I don't even know I'm going to have enough time here to even make a video out of today's live chat because I think we've had like 5 minutes. It wasn't spank the yank. I just turned it into the spank the yank and not worry about the MURCA Guns and Freedom, unless we get some questions coming in. Let me see. Is there any over here? There's not even any questions in the live chat hardly. Let's see. If you're going to, I read that. We can't hear him. That was about did you wash your hands? No. After I went to the bathroom? No, I didn't piss on my hands. So Taurus also makes the 605 with the poly frame. Yes, they do that too. Did you purchase the Bobcat 20X2? I don't know what a 20X2 is. The host of Active Self-Protection is now sporting a Jerry curl mullet. I think he has lost his mind. Well, he's a con man. He'll do whatever. He's an ex-preacher con man. He was one of those prosperity preachers until that wasn't paying. So he became a gun person who sold fear and division. And that always sells. Speaking of which, I think that might be him right there. Kenny Power says, "I can't stop fantasizing about the Dan Wesson Razorback." Okay, that was going in a weird direction there at first, but I'm glad he said the Razorback. Yeah, the Dan Wesson Razorback is awesome. I love the Dan Wesson Razorback. I don't have a Razorback, but I do have a Silverback, which has a very similar slide, so a very similar gun, and I really, really like that gun. Very fond of it. I can understand why you'd be fantasizing about the Razorback. I used to have a Razorback. At one point, I had every single one of the Dan Wesson 1911s. This is back when I made good money. Before I decided to do YouTube as a career. Well, not as a career, as a hobby after I retired. And then I still made good money until COVID. It wiped out a lot of my portfolio. But back then, I bought every single gun that Dan Wesson made, 1911 wise. And then I sold all of them and you know why? The reason? So petty. Because I decided I didn't like how they laser etched the name on the side of the gun. In the little name at the back was just laser etched. Now they actually engrave it in. But back then they were all just laser etched. And I didn't like that. I thought that was a cheap touch on a very nice gun. Now, all the ones I have that name actually engraved or roll marked into the slide. So much, much nicer now. Let me make sure we've got everything caught up here. Paul Bidenbach. Nope. Kevin Payton chimed in over here. Kevin Payton and said, "Hail Phil, beg the difference. Since we are followers and Phil and YouTubers, hence we must be fallopian tubers." That's one sect, I guess. if you're watching on YouTube. Now, not everybody worships Phil on YouTube. I'm sure there's some people that worship him just, on their own. They don't need to come together or anything. He might even have other voices in other countries, like people like me that spread his word. He hasn't had any word lately to want me to spread, except to tell everybody to fucking quit not paying their tithe. Help support the Pets and Vets program. It's very much struggling. TYMP is okay. Friends is covered. Voices is covered. Friends, I can cover myself if I absolutely have to, which I still haven't heard from the friend. Kyle Tucker, you're the friend of the month. I need you to contact me. I've sent him emails. Probably should send him another one. But yeah, the Pets and Vets is sorely underfunded and needs to be funded, and we've lost a lot of the ones that went over to Subscribestar. Remember, you can support Pets and Vets through Subscribestar or Pets and Vet or Patreon now. Patreon, all of Patreon goes to the Friend program, the Voices program, and Pets and Vets. Every penny of it. So nothing goes to anything else. Subscribestar all goes to TYMPPP except for one tier, and that's the TYMP Pet Defender tier. If you go over and join the Pet Defender tier, you're supporting Pets and Vets, and you will get a very limited set of patches I'm having made. I've got the first patch ordered already. The second patch I'll be ordering here soon. Then the third patch, and then there's a big, multicolor patch at the end that you'll get after a year. But if you want to get in on that series of patches and you want to help the Pets and Vets program, but you want to go through the more pro gun Subscribestar, go over, join the TYMP Pet Defender tier on Subscribestar. Do I have a link to it? How do you get a link to it? That's the thing. I don't know. Oh, here it is. Here's how I get a link to it. I'll put a link in over here in case anybody is interested. I wish I knew a way to do this for the chat when you see it later, but there's the link. I put it in the live chat. You can always go over to just subscribestar.com/the Yankee Marshal, and you'll find it there too. But I wanted to provide a link directly to it there. Also, you can buy merchandise. Merchandise also supports TYMPPP, but if you want to support Pets and Vets, the only way you can do it is through that thing. Or become a patron. You can become a patron over there. We lost another Subscribestar member since I started the chat. I pissed off a bunch of people with calling Trump on doing nothing. They're like, no, he's doing everything he can. He did an executive order. And I'm like, and what did the executive order? Oh, it did lots of things. And it did nothing. And they don't even know what it did because it didn't do anything. Even when the GOA wrote its glowing review, they were like, oh, it sets the groundwork for, oh, it sets the stage for, oh, it, shows the potential for. In other words, it does absolutely fucking nothing unless you're the most wishful thinking person in the world. Danny Pennant Pat says, is this no, it's not a cult. Also, you missed my last question. Did I? Oh, yeah, I did right here. No, it's not a cult. If it was a cult, I'd be having sex with everybody. And I'm not making anybody in here have sex with me. That's one of the best things about this one. This religion, I'm not sexually abusing nobody. Religion usually goes hand in hand with sexual abuse. Not in this case. I'm not interested in none of you. And that, no offense, most of you is ugly. And if you're not ugly, you're old. So some of you are old and ugly. So that's not going to be happening. So it's not a cult because of that. Jacoby also said, wait, that's not the right one. It wasn't Jacoby. Who was it? It was Pent that said it. Oh, there it is right there. Do you think open carry is a viable option for self-defense? Well, I open carry all the time, at least in certain situations. How about a knife or OD? What's OC carry? I thought that was open carry. What's OC? How about a knife or empty hand? When might they be better than a gun? Well, I mean, here's the thing. I don't think anybody should ever be getting into fights, period, if they can avoid it. And you definitely don't want to escalate to deadly force if it's not required. Like if some fat girl at the Chipotle is getting mouthy with you and starts smacking you with their purse or something, you don't shoot them. And in that case like that, pepper spray or something might be really good. I've thought about starting carrying it myself because, during that fist fight there night, which I didn't get in a fist fight. I didn't throw a single punch. I just put someone in a headlock and held them till the police got there, basically. Jag D Panther 88 says, do you have any 38 super caliber handguns? No, none. I don't have any need for them. I can have 9mm. So there's no need for 38 super. KC2 guns, what is the best variation of the 686 3-inch? Well, probably the 357 model, because the 357 model has the 3-inch barrel. It's plus, and it has the unfluted cylinder. So I've got one right up there. Where is it? It's up there somewhere. It's right there. Wait, am I pointing at it? Right there. I think that's it. Yeah, right there. I'm bad at this pointing at things behind me. But yeah, the 357 is probably the best one. Well, then there's also the PC models and stuff, but I think the 357 is probably the best one. The unfluted cylinder and regular finish and all that other shit. So, why is everybody doing their chats through YouTube tonight where I'm having to give half of it to YouTube? Go through the link at the top up there. There's a link top of the page where you can do the super chats, and we get to keep it. 95% of it instead of giving it to YouTube. But no, everybody's doing it over here. Whoops. What is that? Richard Simmons open hand slapped a guy unconscious at airport. Did he? Richard Simmons? I can see that. He seems like the type that slap somebody. Slapping is actually, some of them think that might be girly. No, slapping is awesome. That's one of the things to do. Cut that hand and pop right upside the jaw and the ear. You go right along that jawline up on that ear. Boom. You take people down. Open hand slap. And it doesn't hurt you. It might sting a little, but it ain't going to break any bones. This part of your hand is pretty much unbreakable. So you just slap. I've always found a good slap to be I've slapped some sense into people before. I slapped my sister's boyfriend so hard one time, I don't think he recovered. I kind of felt sorry for him the rest of his life. Let's see where we're at. I think we are all caught up on all the questions. I'll get over here to the live chat in a second. There wasn't even anything over there a minute ago. Let's see if anything's over there now. We're going to run if we have questions coming in, we'll run another 5 or 10 minutes to make up for the slap the yank. If not, we'll get out of here in just a minute. Should I keep the oak grips on my Viper or get some fancy ones? Oh yeah, I got a Viper and you didn't. Yeah, I remember you. I would get some Altamont grips for it. I have encountered cats and dogs that specifically dislike male people. They actually know the difference between the human sexes. Well, yes. And if a man has been abusive to them, but a woman was good to them, a lot of times they'll get like that. I had a dog who did not like men at all. Anybody wasn't family. He didn't. We got him as a rescue, and the people that owned him were abusive to him, and he did not like men other than the ones in my family, like me and my brothers. And he didn't care for one of my brothers. Where are we at here? See, we got any questions? To most people, police brutality will be shocking because most people aren't paying attention. That's true. They don't pay attention or else they'd be desensitized to it because it's common. Set a reasonable goal. If the mark is met, you'll get to Yankee logo tattooed on your back. No, I'm not getting my own logo tattooed anywhere. That's pathetic. I'm very broke. When guy finishes my deck, got to pay out another 17. Ugh. Yeah, I'm still paid on my deck. I'll be paid on my deck for years. Majority of people fail to read the entire thing. They read a couple lines or just the header, so they don't understand exactly what the EO is. Well, yeah, they didn't read it at all, because if they read it at all, it does absolutely nothing. And a lot of people don't even bother to read any of it. They just listen to what the GOA said about it. And if you listen to the GOA, you think, well, they did a lot of things in there that sets. No, the GOA just took the nothing that it says and said, hey, in a best case scenario, this could indicate that they might be willing to in the future maybe do this. When actually it indicates that if they were going to do that in the future, why not just do that? Why would you need to put out this big bunch of nothing? It's because you want to stall and you don't want to do anything right now. And like what's his name said that was just in here, the legislation exists right now for national reciprocity, etc. But it's just dying in committee in the House because nobody's promoting it. The president's not out there like, get this out, get it voted on, not meeting with congressmen and senators saying, hey, let's get this done. Not meeting with other senators. Maybe you can meet with some Democrats and say, hey, you join in on this and maybe I'll give you this that you're wanting to do. You know, make some deals. He's supposed to be the deal maker, right? He's supposed to be a great negotiator. We'll start negotiating, get stuff done. We might be old and ugly, but at least we aren't from West Virginia. Well, that would mean you'd had one thing going for you, but you don't. You don't even got that going for you. At least if you were from West Virginia, well, what would you be good at if you were from West Virginia? What are West Virginians known for being good at? There's some good banjo players. What's that special type of Jansen that Jethro, what's his face did? Are you going to make a video shooting your new gun at your home range? I might. I don't know. I had a dog that did like men who didn't. I bet that mean didn't like men who wore baseball caps. I've seen dogs that didn't like hats before. Had an Airedale that hated black teenagers, all teeth and growls. Does that make the dog a racist? Probably, yes, because he's judging all black people on probably what happened, something that happened to him from another black person. Which my little dog had a little dog once that got attacked by one of the neighbor's kids. The kid was hitting him with a wiffle ball bat, had him backed into a corner. I look out in the yard and I'm like, this is when I lived in apartments. Like, I'd drag that little kid over to his parents and it's like, I can't hit your kid, but I can knock shit out of you. Keep your kid away from my fucking dog. Have you seen G-Web's pug on a dirt bike video? It's funny. I haven't seen that. Did you finish up your PSA rock yet? No, I didn't. It should be finished within the next couple of weeks. And so should be the one we're giving away. I tallied up the votes on the barrel. So, by the way, the people voted. For those of you in here, y'all let you all know, they voted for a barrel I can't get, but luckily I already had one. So thank God I have things laying around from pre-band days. Why do you have so many rifles if you don't shoot them? I shoot them every once in a while, but you need rifles for certain purposes, certain needs that you might not have right now, but you might have tomorrow, and it might be too late to get a rifle tomorrow. So you have what you need. That's right. When you are going to put a railing on your outdoor range so you don't fall off. I don't know if I'll ever get around to that. I was going to have the railing down there even. I'd never put it up. Is getting a gun from PSA worth it? So far, the ones I've shot worked fine. The people I know that own them think they work fine. Never Enough Ammo thinks they're awesome. He's had several. So I have not had any bad experiences personally. And most of the people I actually know have had good experiences. So I can't even fault them. We'll see. Although I won't get to see with this gun because I'll be giving it away as soon as I build it. And to be someone who could be registered to get that, you have to be a Subscribe Star supporter. $5 supporters get 1 entry. $10 supporters get 2 entry. $20 supporters get 5 entries. So, and then we tally them all up at the end. And then we choose a winner. And there ain't a whole lot of people on Subscribe Star. So you probably got like a 1. And even though after I give everybody, some of the people 5 entries, it's going to be less than 500 entries total, even if every person over there got 5 entries, and they won't. So it's not be that many people entered in the drawing. Since you have time, do one of those moving belt targets that you connect to those animal targets like at the carnivals. I would like some more responsive targets that can be reset without going up and resetting them, but What do 30 stars get? Well, you'll get the 5 plus 2 more, so you get 7. I already thought about that. Think I didn't think about that? I thought about that. Can't believe you didn't think I thought about that, but I thought about that. There's only two $30 ones and two $50 ones, period. And the $50 ones get 10 because they get the double of the. So I already thought of that. That's why I said people above this tier can buy the patches, because there's only like 5 of you total. So not worried about it. It's funny y'all mentioned PSA because I ordered some stuff today from PSA for Caden, the stuff I could get. All right, let me make sure we're caught up over here on the super chats. I haven't been paying attention. Yep, Kevin Payton was the last one. We didn't get much in the way over there of anything today. And we're out of questions over here. And I'm out of questions over here. So thanks, everybody, for coming. I do appreciate it. Thanks for everybody who helped out with keeping the conversation rolling. That's always appreciated. Although we didn't really keep the conversation rolling much tonight. If it wasn't for the Spank the Yank, we probably would have never had enough questions to even keep us the full half hour. But thanks, everyone, for coming. I appreciate it. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Remember, if you want to support Pets and Bets or TYMP, go over, become a Subscribe Star member, a Patreon member, buy merchandise, like the Caliber Effectiveness shirt right here. That shows you the difference between 9mm 40 and 10mm. If you're like me, your shirts are half your personality. So get yourself some personality. Like I said, I'll see y'all again tomorrow. Thanks to everybody for everything they do. I appreciate it. I'll see you then. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe. Till I see you again.